Welcome back again. Today we're gonna make red velvet cupcake, and it's a very easy, simple step. How we're gonna make? So we got the coloring, and also we got buttermilk and egg and oil, and also salt and sugar and baking powder and vanilla. So we're gonna start this process very easy. So what you do is you weigh out all your ingredients and weigh out all your flour and sugar, and basically you can just basically once you weigh out all the dry ingredients together, you just mix the dry ingredients together. And once you mix the dry ingredients, then you slowly add your egg, and also you can just dump in the buttermilk. You can add the buttermilk to the coloring. So it's very easy. It's not really hard at all, as you can see. So you can use this recipe for um, cupcakes, or you can use it for like a any form of like a sponge. You can use it for like a regular cake batter, because we use this recipe. I use this recipe just for any red velvet sponge cake. It worked pretty good. It doesn't have a lot of air pocket and when you bake it, so it's a very easy, simple recipe. It's very easy, it's explained for itself. Um, the thing about this recipe I like, it's not really dense. It's just nice and fluff. Have a little fluff to it. So you can start off with, you can use like make this recipe for like a um birthday cakes, or birthday like a amenity, or any form of thing you would like to use this cake for of your choice. You know, very easy, simple recipe. I realize there's a lot of recipe out there. It's really kind of a little bit light. I like a recipe that you can use for multiple different tasks, and I recommend this recipe for cupcakes, and also um, any form of sponge, because it really work very good. Because the thing is, this recipe, when you baking this, you have to bake it at 350, 350 for 15 minutes if you're using a 8-ounce scoop. Um, also after you add any form of simple syrup, if you're making a sponge cake with this recipe, because you're gonna have to add cream cheese also. So I would say this recipe work right across the board for me. So very easy and simple step. So I'm making a bigger, like a big batch. Basically, can give you, or I would say around like 40, um, 48 cupcakes. So 48 cupcakes. You use this recipe, but it can give you more than 48 cupcakes, and that cupcake is basically just the size of the, like a size of an egg, so it's not really um, big at all. But I realize there's a lot of recipe out there that can't really, you only can use it for one different things. But the good thing about this recipe, um, the texture of it, it's very um, very moist. But as you can see, you can lot of people use a lot of like eggs and stuff, but I don't use too much eggs. The I use the buttermilk to substitute the eggs, substitute to cut down the level of the eggs, so it still make it moist. But it maybe look like it seems like it's a lot of oil, but it's not really, because of um the flour and the sugar, you know what I mean, and the small portion of the cupcakes when it come down to the end, it basically balances out, so it's not really a lot of oil. And if you really interested for this recipe, I will definitely put it in the comment section below, or if you holler at me, I will definitely more than happy to share this recipe with you. But this is a daily, on a daily basis, I use this red velvet. We use this for even wedding cakes, and it work pretty good. I would suggest this recipe is a very good recipe. So making this recipe is always, you have, if even if you leave it like overnight, like in a container, you still can use it the next day. Or even if you don't use it, it can last in the refrigerator for after you mix it in the refrigerator for, I would say, probably like a week. It still will work perfectly fine. And if you watch my a couple more video, um, I'm gonna make basically something similar to this recipe, which is red velvet whoopie pie, which is kind of similar, but that recipe is kind of a little bit more on the dense size, like it kind of a little bit more dense, I would say, and it worked pretty good. And that recipe is nice. Also, we use that recipe in cream cheese, but I'm gonna try use that recipe. You can use that recipe like basically make like a any form of cake in a mold, and I'm gonna definitely share that recipe. You have to look out for that one coming out pretty soon. So after I post this one that I'm what you're watching right now, you know, you can definitely, I would recommend the next recipe that you can use for whoopie pie. And as you can see, I'm coming up to the main process of mixing and making this thing. As you can see, this is the finishing product. It's kind of a little blurry there. So this is the mixing process that I mix it, and this is the baking process of how they look, and that's the finishing of the red velvet cupcake. If you think this video was helpful, please like and share and subscribe, and I'm looking more forward to posting more. Thank you and have a wonderful day. All right, peace.